Tune into Sports 360 with Ahmed Hamad.
On the opening day of the first cricket test between South Africa and Zimbabwe at Bulawayo, South Africa, in their first inning, were 418 for the loss of 9 wickets at close of play yesterday. With Corbin Bosch unbeaten on 100 along with Huayna Mafaka, who is batting on 9. Earlier winning the toss and opted to bat first, South Africa have a poor start. Their 4 batsmen were back in the dirt for just 55 runs on the board. Yes, fresh from the World Test Championship title, they had a young side under Keshav Maharaj. The start was very poor, as I already told you. The first wicket fell at 3. Tony Zorzi was the first man to go in the 6th over, out without scoring. Yes, although he faced 16 balls, but was out without scoring. Caught by Brian Bennett off the bowling of Chivanga. The second wicket at 21, Mathew Breetzke in the 13th over, and he was out after scoring 13 of 45 balls. Caught again by Bennett off the bowling of same bowler, Chivanga. The third wicket fell at 23. David Bedingham departs without scoring, and he was caught by Craig Irvine off the bowling of Chivanga. While the fourth wicket at 55, Jan Mulder was run out by Muzarabani. He made 17 of 47 balls, hitting 1-4. Then South Africa had a 95 runs partnership for the fifth wicket. Yes, 95 of 88 ball between Brevis and Pretorius. And in that partnership, Brevis made 51 and Pretorius 41. And the partnership took their total from 55 for 4 to 150 when they lost their fifth wicket, and that is of Dewald Brevis in the 37th over. He made 51 of 41 balls, hitting 3 fours and 4 sixes with a strike rate of 124. He was caught by Chivanga off the bowling of Blazing Muzarabani. While the sixth wicket, 31 runs later, Kyle Verena was the sixth man to go, scoring just 10 of 16 balls, and he was caught by Craig Irvine off the bowling of Masakadza. The seventh wicket fell at 289. 100 runs partnership between Corbin Bosch and Pretorius, 108 of 136 balls. Corbin Bosch contributed 38 and Pretorius 70 in that partnership, and that partnership enabled them to go past 200, in fact 250, and they lost their seventh wicket at 289, and Pretorius was the seventh man to go in the 65th over, scoring 153 of 160 balls, hitting 11 fours and 4 sixes with a strike rate of 96. He was caught by Masakadza off the bowling of Chivanga. The 8 wicket partnership between Captain Keshav Maharaj and Bosch put on 41 of 54 ball, and Bosch made 19 in that partnership and Keshav Maharaj 21, and the partnership enabled them to go past 300. They lost their 8th wicket at 330, and the captain departs in the 74 over. Yes, Keshav Maharaj was out after scoring 21 of 30 balls, hitting 1 fours and 2 sixes, and he was caught by Bennett off the bowling of Masakadza. While the 9th wicket fell at 389. Yes, another substantial partnership for South Africa. 59 runs partnership of 70 balls between Corbin Bosch and Cody Youssef. Both scored 27 runs each and took their total to 389, where Cody Youssef was the ninth man to go, scoring 27 of 49 balls, hitting 5 fours, caught by Williams off the bowling of Muzarabani. In the end, Corbin Bosch was unbeaten on 100 of 124 balls, hitting 10 fours, and he's been joined by Huayna Mafaka, who's batting on 9 of 12 balls with the help of 1-6. For Zimbabwe, Blazing Muzarabani, 20 overs, 7 maiden, 59 runs and 2 wicket. Wellington Masakadza, 30 overs, 2 maiden, 109 runs and 1 wicket. Tanaka Chivanga, 16 overs, 2 maiden, 83 runs and 4 wicket. Vincent Meskia, 13 overs, 1 maiden, 97 runs and 1 wicket. Brian Bennett, 9 overs, 46 runs and 2 wicket. While Wesley Madware, 2 overs, and he gave away 10 runs without taking a wicket. So South African batsmen scored 2 centuries, 153 by Pretorius and an unbeaten 100 by Corbin Bosch, while Dewald Brevis made 51 runs. Debutant Pretorius and Corbin Bosch. leads South Africa's dominance. South Africa finished the day one on 418 for 9 against sloppy Zimbabwe. How much luck is too much? Long before 19-year-old Lhuan-dre Pretorius became the youngest ever to score 150 in men's test. He had been given 4 reprieves by Zimbabwe in Bulawayo after getting lives on 30, 54, 55 and 127. Pretorius ended up scoring 153 of 160 balls. At the time of his dismissal, he alone had scored more than half of South Africa's total. By the end of the day, Corbin Bosch maiden test 100 added to fellow debutant Dewald Brevis counterattacking 51 of 41 deliveries earlier in the day as the visitors finished day one of first test on 418 for the loss of 9 wickets. Pretorius arrived when South Africa were reeling at 23 for 3 in the 15th over. At the time, Tanaka Chivanga had all 3 wickets, while blessing Muzarabani and Hamilton Masakadza supporting him by keeping it tight. Masakadza figures at that stage were 5 overs, no maiden, 9 runs and no wicket, and Muzarabani 5 overs, 4 maiden, 5 runs and no wicket, having started with 4 maidens. The extra bounce on the pitch meant Muzarabani beat the bat several times early in the day, even as Chivanga struck twice. The first breakthrough came in the 6th over when Tony Zorzi edged to Brian Bennett at third slip for a 16-ball duck. The next wicket came when off the last ball of 13th over, Mathew Breetzke also jabbed to Bennett at same point. Appreciable bounce left Breetzke look at his fingers as he walked back. The third wicket then fell in the 15th over when David Bedingham pushed hard at a length ball on the 5th stump and edged to first slip. That was when Pretorius began to hit back at Zimbabwe, facing Masakadza in the next over. Pretorius launched him for 6 over long off, then drove for 4 wide of mid off. He ended the 18th over with another boundary, motoring along to 17 of his first 16 balls. Muzarabani continued to bowl tightly at the other end, like Zorzi. Mulder also struggled to find rhythm apart from driving Masakadza for 4. Mulder was run out in the 23rd over after a mix-up. Pretorius left him well short at non-striker's end. Muzarabani's direct throw broke the stumps cleanly. At 55 for 4, it was down to 2 debutants, Pretorius and Brevis, and they repaid South Africa's faith. But Pretorius was living a charmed life. In the 25th over, Chivanga could have his 4th when Pretorius, on 30, chased a ball outside off. There was a clear noise as the ball passed the bat, prompting a loud appeal for caught behind, but the umpire remained unmoved. The absence of DRS only added to Zimbabwe's frustration.
Keep on watching Sports 360 with Ahmed Hamad for latest news, views, and interviews of sports personalities from around the world.